McCuiston, and this is my speech called Why Should Agriculture Be Supported Nationwide? Agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will, in the end, contribute most to real wealth, good morals, and true happiness. This quote came from Thomas Jefferson. Ag provides for so many people: farmers, lawyers, doctors, factory workers, and even the unemployed. When planting crops, there has to be support such as water, nutrients, and good soil. Without this support, the crops will not grow. Agriculture altogether is coming down to this. It needs support or it will not continue to provide for our nation as it has. What is agriculture? To even know what support is needed and what ag does for us, you must know what it is. The scientific definition of agriculture is the science or practice of farming, including cultivation of the soil for the growing of crops and the rearing of animals to provide food, clothing, etc. This definition came from cropsreview.com. Keep in mind, this is just what ag is in general. There is more to it than you know. The first part of ag is the crops and plants. For example, this could be corn, wheat, or tobacco. These are things we eat and use daily. Farmers take their days and devote them to growing food that we will eventually eat. The second part of agriculture is the livestock production. For example, this could be cows, sheep, and anything like that, pigs. These animals give us our dairy products, our clothes, and so much more. Agriculture is not just the things we use. It is also made up of working people. These are people just like you and I that work day and night to keep our nation fed, clothed, and living how we always have lived. Knowing what agriculture is brings me to my next point: how agriculture benefits our society and our economy. Ag has been something that has provided for our nation in more ways than one for a very long time. The most important way that ag has provided for our society is through ensuring that we have food. Your bread comes from wheat, your milk comes from a cow, and your corn comes from a corn stalk. Now, farmers themselves cannot provide for a nation alone. So now they have developed technologies and other methods to supply food quicker and in a bigger amount. This is something we should really be thankful for. Farmers have irrigation systems that water their crops if the rainfall is not enough. They also have this thing called a GMO. This means that the organisms are genetic, they have genetic material, and they get modified. This might sound scary, but it's really not. It's what allows us to have more food produced at a quicker time, so that way our food is not scarce. This thing, the GMO, genetically modified organisms, has been studied by Dr. Stephen Novello. Ag not only provides for people in their individual needs, but also for our economy. According to the USDA, agriculture industries contribute to over $800 billion to our gross domestic product in the United States. Farms in America contribute $1 billion of that. If you ask me, I think ag supports our nation more than our nation supports ag. Agriculture providing for our nation's economy and society brings me to my next point: the many opportunities that agriculture has to offer. This list could be forever long, but I'm only going to hit on a few of them. The first thing are jobs. This can go from farming to insurance agents to sales reps and so many different things. Ag provides jobs even for those who choose not to attend college. The jobs lean more toward the adult side of agriculture, but the teen generation has a part as well that is provided by ag. For example, there is an organization called FFA. I can attest to the greatness of this organization because I am in it. FFA provides leadership skills, scholarships, speaking skills, and future job opportunities. And back to the jobs for the adults. The USDA actually reported that agriculture provides 9.3% of the U.S.'s employment. After that, I would like to bring you to my last point. What would life be like without agriculture? My last point is going to show you how much our nation needs agriculture. Without agriculture, our nation would be a completely different place. First of all, we would be stuck in a hunter-gatherer kind of lifestyle. Thankfully, we can now just go to the grocery store and hunt and gather our food that we need. Secondly, we might not have clothing. A lot of our clothing is made out of cotton, which comes from cotton fields, and that is something that farmers do. The third thing would be that food would be scarce. We would have to go by the quote that is, "Only the strong survive." Fourthly, food safety. There would probably be more deaths from food consumption in the United States without the pesticides and other things that our farmers put on their crops so that we can eat safe foods. The last thing is affordability of the food. Like I said, food could be scarce if we didn't have farmers and their modern technology. Scarcity means having less of something, which means prices go up. Therefore, our economy would not benefit from that, especially our people. Does life without agriculture sound good to you for a lifetime? These points that I just gave to you about what agriculture would be like, life would be like without agriculture, came from www.dairymoves.com. The article is Life Without a Farmer. Agriculture is a huge part of our nation, and without it, our nation would be nowhere near where it is now. But farmers and ranchers face so many challenges today. It's unreal. The main challenge today that they face is the lack of support from people of America. Like I said earlier, crops don't grow without the support that they need, just like ag won't keep providing without the support that it needs from our nation. Thomas Jefferson was right. Ag is and should be our wisest pursuit. It's what keeps our nation on its feet.